Well, hello, hello. This is Rosa, rcgkreations. How are you doing? We're bringing to you a quick and easy dessert. I like to make my pie crust 2 to 4 at a time. Then I wrap them up, stick it in the freezer container, label it, then get ready to bake it. So today I just felt like cooking because I just wanted to bake something, and I wanted something sweet but not overly sweet, not a whole bunch of it. And I didn't want to mess with the time of making some cookies or some bread or anything like that. So you know what? Let's make a pie. So we ended up we have a cherry pie filling, a can of cherry pie filling, and a can of apple pie filling. I asked Tubby, what does he want? And he says he'll go for the cherry pie. So we're going to make the cherry pie. Now this is my frozen dough that I had made. I actually made this February the 4th, 2025. And here it is, July the 5th. It's set out at room temperature. So now, let's get ready to make sure your table's clean. Let me get my rolling pin. Thought I had it, and I don't. I don't think I'm going to need to add any additional flour to this, because all we're going to do now is roll this out. And I'm just rolling it out on that piece of parchment, just because I know I can. I'm just pressing down on it right now to smooth it out. If you don't have a rolling pin, you could use a big long glass, a bottle, like a wine bottle or some kind of glass bottle. Any bottle will work. You probably don't want to use a plastic bottle because it's going to squish. You know what, I'm going to pause you because I am going to need some flour. Let me bring you back because I do have to go get some flour because it's getting a little on the sticky side. Okay, bring you back. Okay, we're back. Make sure you start off with a clean table. I could go get my rolling, have a pastry mat thing, but this is just one pie and I don't want to mess with that. So, do my thing say this makes 1 or 2 pie? 1.5 inch pie crust. So this is a 1.5 inch. So this could actually make like 1.5. Or you can use this for something else because you can make like empanadas. You can make fruit pastries. It doesn't have to be a pie crust. But see how nice and flexible it all is? So easy to work with. It's nice and soft. So when you are making pie crust, do yourself a huge favor and make 3 or 4 times as much as you normally would. Oh, gonna need a little bit more flour. And then freeze it. So this day, when you're ready to make some more pie, or do something with that pie crust, you already have it. And then all you gotta do is what I'm doing. Just rolling it out. Let me get a little bit more on my rolling pin. And I want to roll this a little thin, a little bit smaller than 1/4 inch. I am not a good roller because I'm learning how to bake. But I'm going to get it as close as possible. Now you don't want to roll it out too thin because then it'll tear when you put it on your container, your pie pan. Okay. I think that works pretty darn good for me. Okay. And I'm just using my little ceramic tart pan because this is just going to be a 1-layer, maybe 2-layer pie because I've only got 1 can of pie filling. I have 1 apple, 1 cherry, but I don't have 2 of either one. Okay. Now I'm just going to pick this up and move it over until it covers the entire pie pan, my pie plate. Okay, now you use your fingers, and I'm going to cut off this excess, and we're going to make a little tiny crust. We're not going to do the whole crust. There's not enough here to do a whole double layer crust, but there is enough. I can do a little decoration on the top. Man, this dough is so easy to work with. I'll put a link in the description box, and I'll do a pop-up of the recipe to make your own crust. So pick it up and then lay it flat, because you want to lay it flat in the pie crust, your pie container. Lay this flat here, and I'm just, because this is a fluted, scalloped pie crust pan. Actually, this is a tart pan. I know that because I bought this many years ago. I was on the roll. I was just making tarts, all kinds of tarts, and got tired of it. So, and you want to just get it, again, like I said, put it all the way around all the little edges. Okay, I want to make sure I'm in frame. Yeah, I'm still in frame. Okay, and it's going to swell as it bakes in the oven, but that's okay. We're good to go with that. So this is going to have a little bit of a thick crust. And because I'm using this, it's not going to be really thin. But you can squeeze it, and any excess, get a butter knife and scrape off the excess if you don't want to have too much of a thick crust, or just pinch it off. See, like I just did just there. I just wanted to show you. It's really easy to do. I used to be really enjoying making a bunch of pies, but then I guess I just got tired because I was gaining weight. I was making 2 or 3 pies a week. Now don't do it too thin, because you don't want it too thin for the pie filling to crack on you. Because when you slice it, you want to be able to slice a whole layer of crust. So don't make it too thin, but don't make it too thick either. And that will come with practice. Practice, practice, practice. Okay. I think I'm done on this part. I'll just take a little bit off the top. And you see that's level? But I'm off a little bit over here on this edge. So let's just smooth this out. Again, like I said, I don't want it to get too thick. And also anything that on the edges, they will brown faster than the rest of the pie. Okay, I think I'm good to go now. Not a bad little pie crust, if I say so myself. Let's go get the pie filling. It's sitting right here. And I got my sturdy little spatula. Oh, my oven's ready. Woohoo! You see how that is? 1 can is more than enough for this tart pan. And I'm going to get all that juicy goodiness out. And smooth it out till it gets to all the edges. Smooth this to the side. I'm not going to waste this pie crust. You know what I'm thinking I'm going to do? Is I'm going to turn these into apple, because I got that jar of that 1 can of apple pie filling. I'm going to turn these into little apple empanadas. That's what I'm going to do with this. I'm not going to make a crust on that. I do really enjoy just a bottom crust pie. So we'll bring you back and we'll do that one in a minute. Okay, so we'll go put this in the oven. Wipe your hands. And we'll bring you back when we do the little apple pie filling empanadas. Okay, we are back. We're now to the second part, which is what, oh, no, pause. I forgot my cookie sheet. Let me go grab that. Okay, we're back. Okay. I just used my little pastry cutter thing that I have here. Oh. Let's get some flour. Let's roll this up. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, yeah, I'm in frame. Okay, we're done with the cherry pie filling. We'll see how much of this apple pie these will fill. Now this one I do want to get fairly thin, but not too thin that they break on me. But this is more than enough crust. You can do a little lattice work or cut up some little designs and stick on top of your pie. If you don't want to have a full double layer of crust. It makes it nice and pretty. Alrighty. And I'm putting some slight pressure as I'm rolling. Okay. You know what? It needs to be a little bit thinner. Not too much thinner, but a little bit thinner. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to move it up. You pick it up and move it. Press it down. Cut off any excess. I'm just using my butter knife because I'm going to roll this out for another pastry. It's probably going to have just 2, but that's okay. 2 is more than we need. 1 for hubby, 1 for me. I'll get the small one, he gets the big one. My cherry pie is already in the oven. And then we'll add this for tomorrow's dessert. I'll make sure I got all the way over. Now let's spoon. I'm going to use my same spoon that I have for my cherry, which we're okay. We have cherry and apple together because hubby and I both like that. And you don't want to fill these up too much because when you flip it over, you don't want it to lose all the filling. Then you squeeze down on, press it down, see, just like that. And then all these excess, you're able just to pull off. And you see the back of it has a little bit of excess, but that's a little pocket. Oh. I got my egg wash, so I got my egg. Let's scramble this up. Because you want to coat this with egg wash so it gets a nice pretty golden shiny sheen to it. You don't have to, but I would tell you it definitely looks a lot better when it has that golden sheen. Okay. Put that in my can. Let's put this over here. Let's get this out of the way. Get my pastry brush. Okay. Let's open it up. Let's do the reveal. Ta-da! Look at that. Slides right on out. Put it in the center because we're only going to have room for 2. Get my pastry brush. Get me my egg wash. And lay this all over. I know I'm out of frame, but I've got limited space here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, now let's smooth this out. Let's do another little, let's do a baby one, because this is not going to be enough crust. But it's enough to do at least one more. And hubby and I really should not be having this much sweets, but you know, it is what it is. We're only on here for a short life here on Earth, so you might as well have some perks. But within reason, for medical reasons. Me, I'm just vain. I want to get skinny. I want to be slim and trim like I was in my 20s. Now I'm in my mid-60s. Also, it's good not to abuse having too much sweets. It's good for your body. It's good for you. You don't have to spend money on getting more clothes because your clothes don't fit you. Okay, let's see how much this is going to do. I didn't think it was going to do the whole thing, but that's okay. We're close enough. This part I'm just going to pinch off. Put it right there, and we're gonna get what we're gonna get. I'm not gonna worry about it. As y'all know, my regular subscribers know, I'm a no fuss. Well, to a certain extent, I'm a no fuss baker, cooker. I don't want to overfill, but I do want some pieces of apple in there. So I'm going to have to make some more pie crust because I got over half that can left and I'm not going to waste that can. So I guess I just better get to making some more pie crust. Oops. And I'm squeezing down on it. Going to take off the excess. Oop. See where it didn't make it, but that's okay because we've got the excess right here. We're just going to use that to cover that up. We're going to use this part right here. I'm just going to manually flip. It's not going to look pretty, but you know what? I can flip it upside down and nobody even know because the back side looks ugly. And that's going to be the side that's going to bake. Nobody's going to see it. You're hoping when you're baking and crafting, you can always fix something that's like, ooh. I did it on purpose. I made it to look that way. Turn your oohs into aha, Okay, now let's squeeze this again. Let's get that little shape. See that? Turned out good. Oh. Come on. It wasn't coming out. Now, of course, this is going to... Oh, that's okay. I'm good to go. I'm just going to press that down together because it was not the right size. Egg wash. Egg wash the whole thing. Then we're going to sprinkle some sugar. Just for that little extra kick. Put a little bit more egg wash on this first one. Okay. Now we'll have to get my pastry sheet because I got to make some more pie crust. At least one more. So I can use my pie filling for something. So here's my sugar. Let's just sprinkle. Let me get some in my hand instead. I'm just sprinkling a little bit on there, just from a little bit extra sweetness. Trying to get all the edges. That way you get a little bit of extra sweetness in every bite. I definitely got too big of a cookie sheet. I knew I didn't have too much dough. I wasn't going to make too much. Okay. Put that in there. As soon as the cherry pie's in there, I'm done, we're going to put this in the oven. But I'm going to put this in the fridge so it stays cool for right now. And we'll bring you back when we do the taste test with the cherry pie and the apple turnover. Okay, we are back. Let's do the taste test. Here is, oops, sorry. Turn that around so you can see. Here is the apple turnover empanada. The cherry pie. Let's slice into the pie. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I only have one pastry cutter. Let me get myself a butter knife. But I think it's time to invest, since I'm doing more and more bacon. It's time to invest in a better quality pie. Let's turn this around. Ooh, yay. Like that. Look at that. That turned out really nice and pretty. Look at the crust. Oops. Now let me cut into one of these apple ones. I'm going to slice that in half. I get half, hubby gets half. Look at that. Yum, yum, yummy. So let's dig into the pie crust, the cherry pie one first. You want your pie crust to be fluffy. Very, very, very good. Very buttery pie crust. Flaky. Let's dig into this. Oh, sugar heaven. Bear with me one second. Okay, well, you're back. Let me turn this over just a tad. This is my take on an easy cherry pie and an apple empanada, all made from a frozen pie crust. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.